Welcome back, everyone. Today, we've got some hilarious and totally relatable stories from Reddit. Moments when people made big mistakes or just ended up in the wrong place at the wrong time. From customers who think everyone works at the store to people accidentally quitting their jobs in the most awkward way, you're gonna love these. So grab a snack, get comfy, and let's dive right into today's stories. You're not going to want to miss this. This happened way back in 2006 at a Fred Meyer in the Seattle area. At the time, I worked for an inventory company called RGIS. You know, those people who count every single thing in a store, one by one. So yeah, we worked in the store, but not for the store. Fred Meyer employees had a dress code, but no real uniform. Meanwhile, all of us RGIS folks were wearing matching maroon shirts with giant scanners in our hands. Basically, we looked nothing like the employees. Anyway, it's the end of the day, and the whole team is in the cosmetics aisle, counting lipstick, nail polish, eyebrow pencils. You get the picture. Suddenly, this lady walks up and asks me where she can find something. I politely say, "Oh, sorry, I don't work here. Just doing inventory." Pretty normal interaction. Happens all the time. But then, instead of finding an actual employee, she goes to my coworker. Same question, same answer. Then another coworker. Same thing. By the fourth person, we all knew where this was going. Finally, she just stops, stands in the middle of the aisle, and yells, "Doesn't anybody work here?" We all just looked at her for a second, then went right back to counting lipstick. Because, ma'am, not our problem. I have no idea if she ever found what she needed, but the best part? After that, and a few similar moments, our boss told us we could start sending customers anywhere we wanted, as long as we were polite about it. "Oh, you're looking for shampoo? Sure, it's next to the frozen pizzas." Good times.
I was an IT consultant, finance, worked for banks mostly. I would get 6-month contracts, sometimes renewed, sometimes not. I often worked for a bank for years. Always exciting stuff, new projects, new scenery, just how I liked it. Anyway, I got this new contract with a bank. First day was hectic, as always, but I didn't even meet my manager. No work, nothing. I just sat around, chatted with my new coworkers, and went home. This goes on for a few weeks. I start asking people for work. How can I help? Finally, I get some tasks to do. I'm happy. Then, about 3 weeks in, my manager storms over to my desk. All 5'2" of her, screaming her head off. "How dare you embarrass me by asking others for work?" I apologize, tell her I'm ready for anything. She just huffs and walks away. 3 months later, still no work. She ignores me completely. This was before the internet and smartphones, so I just sat there, staring at my terminal. Finally, I think, screw it, I've had enough. I find another contract, go to HR, give my notice. They say they'll tell her. Cool. So I wait out my notice month. Still no work. I even write some of my own programs just to stay busy. Final day rolls around. New job starts tomorrow. I figure, screw it. I'll leave early. It's 3 p.m. No one will notice. And I kid you not, at 2:45, she shows up. Stack of printed files in her hands, barking orders. Something about reading through all of it, by tomorrow. At that moment, I realize HR never told her I quit. I kind of want to say, I don't work here, lady. But instead, I just nod, pack my stuff, and leave. Next day, new job, new start. Would have loved to see her face when she came looking for me. Anyone who has worked in a retail store has seen the scenario play out, where a customer will buy something big and bulky only to realize that they can't get it home because their vehicle is not appropriate for the task. And they always discover this after it's paid for and they've rolled it outside. The lady saw me rolling my shopping cart back to the front of the building, so that could have been what tipped her off to thinking that I worked there. Anyhow, she asked me for some rope or string so that she could tie this very big and heavy item to the top of her car. I said, "Ma'am, this thing is too heavy for the convertible top and would instantly crush it." And it was too big for it to fit in the trunk, so I suggested that we lower the top and then take everything out of the box, piece by piece. I spent the better part of 30 minutes sliding everything into the back seat, the front seat, and we even did the Tetris thing and finagled some of the odd shapes under the seats. We even found a way to shove the empty box between the passenger door and the passenger seat. At this point, everything was tucked in. The bag with the manuals and screws were on her lap, and she thanked me and went on her merry way. A couple of weeks later, I'm leaving a review for this same store. They were offering gift cards for leaving a review, so I did it. And while scrolling, I saw a photo of the convertible that I helped load. It turned out that the lady was giving her husband a surprise gift. He was so ecstatic to get it that they gave the store a 5-star review on my behalf. Someone who didn't work there. LOL.
Welcome back, everyone. Today, we've got some hilarious and totally relatable stories from Reddit. Moments when people made big mistakes or just ended up in the wrong place at the wrong time. From customers who think everyone works at the store to people accidentally quitting their jobs in the most awkward way, you're gonna love these. So grab a snack, get comfy, and let's dive right into today's stories. You're not gonna want to miss this.